Skywalker, Dohmen, dedicated, art, Warzone, movies.
Eli, settle down. You've talked about Star Wars for 2 seconds. That's 2 seconds too long. Christopher Skywalker Dohmen. I have to give credit where credit is due. You are a pioneer of this community. Nothing is where it is today without your foundership, among others. But if memory serves me correctly, the last time that you didn't play the movie trivia would have been in the WWMT days. Singles didn't do so well. Maybe got to round 2. Movie teams, you did well, but you had Jacob to rely on with take 3. Even then, your replacement arena, you couldn't get anywhere. So you can't just rely on people to get forward. This is singles. This is a heads up format. And Eli just has it. He's a journeyman of the league. He'll play everywhere. Look at his record. He's 3-2. It's a matter of where things have gone. Sure, you were great. You were great in the early days, but there's been hundreds of matches. Questions have gotten deeper. Look at the question writers. Look at the question writers today. They will pull out the deep cuts if they need to. So I think it's just a matter of rust at this point, and it's a little bit rusty.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of Movie Warzone. Yeah, so I'm back in a singles league of regular movie trivia. I honestly have not competed in a regular trivia singles league in over a year. Of course, that's depending on if my match in the Discord league ever airs, but unfortunately, due to who my opponent was in that match, I doubt it will, so less said about that, the better. But needless to say, I'm not rusty. I am not rusty. My experience in Fandom has been driving me. I'm kicking ass in the singles tournament. I'm kicking ass in the teams tournament. And I know I'll be kicking ass in Discord. And you know what, Brooklyn, I want to thank you so much for those very kind words. That was very great. And here's the other thing, too. I have to give Eli a lot of damn credit. From when I first knew him way back when, yeah, you know what? I would never have taken him seriously. And I do now. But here's the other thing that you'll have to keep in mind. Eli is great at niche. He still has a long way to go before he can hang with the top dogs, with the Sean Sandbergs, with the Brian Michaels, with the me's, as far as just a broad knowledge of cinema. From George Méliès's 1902, A Trip to the Moon, to 2018 Best Picture winner, Green Book. But, listen, Eli, I know better than to sit on you for this match. You are going to give me a fight, and I look forward to it. I'll see you in the ring. Good luck.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Warzone. Once again, you get me, Brian Michaels, as your host. Kaleb Boatman seems to think he gets another day off, but let's be honest, he doesn't have a life, so I don't know what he's doing today. So instead, as my co-host, I have a man who, if you've been in any of these leagues for more than 10 minutes, you've seen him, because he's everywhere, all the time, whether you like it or not. Ryan the Quote Permison. How you feeling tonight, Ryan?
I'm doing well, good sir. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be one of your co-hosts for this match, because as soon as you sent me the card for this, I'm like, man, these are two really good competitors. You know, one may be making his debut, the other may have a little bit more experience than the other, but you know what? They have great knowledge, and if I had to describe these competitors in just one simple word, it would be determined. They are very determined individuals, and I'm very, very excited to see who is going to come out the victor and advance in this league as well as the tournament. So I'm excited. Just thanks for having me. I'm just happy to be here.
Absolutely. And we saw from their promos, like you said, they're both very determined, both very confident, and we're going to see what happens today in this match. But first, let's get these guys formally introduced. Introducing first, we have our debuting player, well, debuting in Movie Warzone singles as well. You've seen him everywhere before now. It's Chris Skywalker Dohmen, representing Dedicated to Art. Chris, how are you feeling tonight about the match?
I'm feeling good. And even though I faced Mr. McCaig in a team format once, I've never gotten the opportunity to face him one-on-one, so this will be a fun first time.
All right, and introducing his opponent, it is the showman, Eli McCaig, representing the new British Empire with a record of 3-2. How are you feeling going into tonight's match?
Good. Dohmen down. Losing him. Let's have a great show.
Okay, so one of two things is going to happen. Either he's going to stay catatonic or he's going to kill us all. Ryan, how do you feel about these two today?
I feel there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of electricity in the air tonight, and I thought I was a styling and profiling guy, but Dohmen over here with this suit, the shirt, the top hat, and the pair of shades he's had since 1945. That's an insane look that very few people can pull off, and he's pulling it off nicely. But enough about looks, enough about styling and profiling like only so many of us can do. Let's just get to this match, because this is going to be raw, this is going to be gritty, it's going to be just a great match, period, and I'm running out of words. Let's just do this thing.
Absolutely. So we're going to get started with round one. Round one works just like it does everywhere else. You're going to get 8 questions worth 1 point apiece. If you get them all right, you will get a 9th bonus question, also worth a point. And without further ado, let's get this thing started. Ryan, why don't you go ahead and read the odd numbers?
Alrighty, I can do that, sir. Gentlemen, your first question in round 1 comes in the category of comedy. Thank you, Mark Ellis wannabe. Anyway, your question is thus. What was the name of Sherman Klump's alter ego in 1996's The Nutty Professor? I saw this movie growing up.
Sadly, I was already well grown up when this movie came out.
Yeah.
Caleb's not here. I have to make my own old jokes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down.
All right, let's get some answers. Let's go to Eli. Eli, what do you got on this one?
I said Andre Crumpers, which is incorrect.
I didn't make that out.
Yeah, I couldn't make that out. Can you say it again for me there, Eli?
Yes, I'll rewrite what I wrote as well. This is not cheating. I wrote down Andre Crumpers.
Okay.
Oh, Andre something or other. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, that is incorrect. And Dohmen, what do you got?
Buddy Love.
That is correct.
All right, question 2 will come in the category of Westerns. Who directed the 2016 version of The Magnificent Seven?
I saw this in a theater.
Well, were you still growing up then?
Yeah.
3 years ago?
Yeah. Yes, I was. I did.
Maybe your next cosplay can be as Denzel Washington. That won't cause too much problems, will it?
No.
5,
No.
4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. Let's start with Chris this time.
Antoine Fuqua.
And Eli?
Antoine Fuqua.
That is correct on both accounts.
All right. And question number 3, gentlemen, is going to come in the category of horror. In Get Out, what is the name of the location that Chris is sent to when hypnotized? Finally got around to seeing this. This was actually a good original film. This was a good movie. I like this one.
I enjoyed it, but not nearly as much as a lot of other people. I wasn't screaming Oscar for it like some people were.
I wasn't on the
Repeat
love
the
boat
question.
for this movie. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that is repeat from Skywalker, I believe. All right. In the category of horror, in Get Out, what is the name of the location that Chris is sent to when hypnotized? Yeah, I wasn't on the love boat
You're
for this
looking
movie.
for the room of the house, or you're looking for the place?
What
in
they
the
call
mind?
what they call the dimension where he
Okay.
goes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for. Yeah, I really like this movie. I just don't necessarily love it like a lot of people
4,
do. But it's still a good movie, though.
2, 1.
All right, let's go with Eli this time. Eli, what do you got?
I said the Dreamscape.
All right, let's go to Chris. What do you got?
How funny! I read the script list and I forgot. I said The Abyss.
I am sorry that both answers are incorrect. We were looking for The Sunken Place.
Damn it!
The Sunken Place was the correct answer to that particular question.
Okay, in your 4th category of actors and actresses, what actresses' films include Star Trek, Black Swan, and Little Women?
Oh.
Chris going straight to his board there.
I was about to ask for clarification on which Star Trek, but the other two gave it away.
5, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2.
Up,
First repeat for Eli.
Got that down.
In actors and actresses, what actresses' films include Star Trek, Black Swan, and Little Women? And just to clarify for both of you, it is Star Trek 2009. I will tell you that.
The reboot that came out a decade ago. This year. Hey, happy 10th.
5, 4, 3,
Was it though?
2, 1. Markers down. Start with Chris
Winona Ryder.
and Eli.
I said Zoe Saldana.
Winona Ryder is correct. So Chris gets a point.
Oh, okay. Almost forgot to mark that down. Gee whiz, what am I doing here? You stupid phone. Here it is. All right, your next question, gentlemen, comes in the category of sci-fi. Sci-fi. How many feature films have there been total in the Planet of the Apes franchise?
A whole different question would be how many good ones were there?
Right.
Which is all I can say without spoiling anything.
Yep,
So,
without giving anything away.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, go to Chris. What do you got on this one?
Thank you. Critically acclaimed. 9.
All right, and Eli.
9.
Both of you are actually correct. It is 9. 9!
9 times.
9 times.
Question 6 this is, in sports movies. Sports movies. Who stars as Doug the Thug Glatt in the hockey comedy Goon?
Another film that Ryan has yet to see. Take a shot, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm kidding. We don't, yeah.
I would actually recommend it. As hockey movies go,
Okay.
it's one of the better comedies, I think.
It's not Slapshot, but it's damn good.
5,
Okay.
4,
I am open
3,
to some more sports
2,
films.
1, 0. I'm going to start with Eli this time.
I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong because I haven't seen it. I said Sean William Scott.
And Chris, what do you got?
Sean William Scott. Well done.
That
All
is
right.
correct. You both get the point.
All right. Good job, boys.
I've seen the cover of the movie.
That's all you need.
Yeah, the poster or the DVD cover of that movie is kind of hard to miss when you're walking around anything that's still open like a Blockbuster. But anyway, I digress.
Ow.
I know, right? Your next question is going to come in the category of, wow, this is a category I'm actually a really good fan of. Would be 90s movies. 90s movies, arguably the greatest decade of all time. What up, 90s kids?
The decade of my birth.
Exactly. In what American city is the Predator hunting in Predator 2? Fun fact, I actually got around to seeing the other installments of this franchise because the only one I was familiar with was another one that I won't say because it might give something away. I almost didn't catch myself there, but I caught it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down.
Go to Eli. Eli, what do you got?
Los Angeles.
And Dohmen.
Los Angeles.
Both you are correct. It was La La Land, L.A.
All right. And your final question in round 1, as there are no perfect rounds, in the category of crime movies. What actor plays main character Charlie Croker in the original 1969 version of The Italian Job?
Boy, there's an original version of this? Wow.
There are movies before 1985, so
that's amazing. That's
yes.
awesome. It's great.
I wasn't aware for this one quite yet, but it's close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. I'm going to start with Chris.
You were supposed to only blow the bloody doors off, Michael Caine.
And Eli?
It's Michael Caine.
Michael Caine is correct for both of you. All right. And so at the end of round 1, what do you have for scores there, Ryan?
My math may be a bit off. I'm not sure. I have Chris with 6 points and Eli with 4.
I think I only missed one.
Yeah, I have 7-5.
Should be 7-5.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I have 7 to 5.
Then.
Okay.
My bad.
That's
Sorry.
okay. I have any number of matches where I've counted wrong. This is why we have more than one person keep score.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Thank you, Brooklyn.
Okay. And so now we'll be moving on to round 2, which of course is the wheel round. We're going to have 8 categories on our wheel, plus spinner's choice and opponent's choice. You spin it. If you don't like the category you get first, you can spin a second time, but then you will be stuck with that second category. You get 2 points apiece for a correct answer, or if you go to multiple choice, which is an option, you can, but then it's only worth 1 point. So with that, I'm going to first read you your categories for the wheel for today. And they are animated movies, sports movies, comedies, Clint Eastwood, movies about siblings, Robin Williams, director filmographies, and comic book movies. And then, of course, spinners and opponent's choice. So, Chris, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to Eli?
I will defer.
Okay, so Eli is going to go first. I am going to bring up the wheel on the screen here.
Make sure you prime it for him.
I've already spun it several times to make sure. Okay, so Eli, here is your first spin.
It's a nice colored wheel.
Comedies. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Brooklyn, what do you think?
It's vague. I would spin again because I would rather Chris potentially grab that as opposed to us. I think a respin is good because there's a lot of categories that favor you.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking the same thing, so I'm going to spin again.
It's going to spin again. Okay. So here's your second spin. You'll be stuck with whatever this lands on. It is landing on movies about siblings.
Ooh.
Movies about siblings.
I have a sister.
Okay.
Okay. So Ryan, do you want to go ahead and read these questions for Eli?
So we got movies about siblings is your category, and the first question is thus: in The Fabulous Baker Boys, Jeff and Beau Bridges play musician brothers who add a singer to their act, played by who?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A. Kim Basinger, B. Jessica Lange, C. Michelle Pfeiffer, or D. Nicole Kidman.
Jessica Lange.
I am sorry, that is incorrect. Chris, chance for a steal. Your
Nicole
option,
Kidman.
I am sorry, that is also incorrect. We were looking for the somewhat OG Catwoman herself, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Huh?
Older G.
Yeah, sorry, I don't count the '60s version. That's not Batman. That's a parody.
Oh, screw you.
No, it's a parody. It's not
Screw
Batman.
you.
Anyway, haters are gonna hate, man. It's just who I am. Deal with it. Tim Burton's Batman is better. Hot take. Anyway,
At least
your
I don't
next
win a match.
question. I know, right? Your next question in the category movies about siblings, before I lose my mind. What 1990 comedy starred Kirstie Alley and Carrie Fisher as sisters?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A. Madhouse, B. Sibling Rivalry, C. Postcards from the Edge, or D. Sisterhood.
Madhouse.
That is incorrect. Chance for 1 point steal, Chris.
Postcards from the Edge, even though I know it's not a comedy.
I'm sorry, that is also incorrect. We were looking for Sibling Rivalry. Sibling Rivalry. All right. And your next question in the category movies about siblings. In People Like Us, Chris Pine discovers he has a 30-year-old sister played by who?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A. Elizabeth Banks, B. Emily Blunt, C. Amy Adams, or D. Jessica Chastain.
Elizabeth Banks.
That is correct for a point. All right. And your next question. What brings Amy Poehler and Tina Fey back together again in their hometown in Sisters?
Multiple choice.
Okay. Your options are A, their father's funeral, B, a high school reunion, C, one of them needs a surrogate mother, or D, their parents are selling their childhood home.
High school reunion.
Sorry, that is incorrect. Chris, chance for 1 point.
Oh, crap. It's either A or D. I'll say parents selling the childhood home.
That is correct for a point. All right, and Eli, your final question in movies about siblings. What 70s and 80s TV star plays the father of brothers Will Forte and Will Arnett in The Brothers Solomon?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Henry Winkler, B, Tony Danza, C, Lee Majors, or D, William Shatner.
A.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Chris, chance for 1 point steal.
Lee Majors.
That is correct for a point.
All right. I have a feeling that Eli might not be happy with his manager's advice after that one. Brooklyn, you are fired. I don't have that power. It just sounded fun to say. Okay. All right. So we're going to go to Chris's chance at the wheel. I'm going to bring that back up. Okay, Chris, here is your first spin.
Spin is in. What is it?
Clint Eastwood.
You know, what the hell? Let's actually spin it again.
Spin it again?
Oh.
Okay. Spin it again. You were stuck with whatever this is, and it's coming up on opponent's choice, but not quite. Director filmographies. Director filmographies will be your category for today.
That's an interesting one.
I will read those to you. Okay. Chris, your first question in director filmography. Who directed the comedies Analyze This, Multiplicity, and Year One?
Oh my god. Come on, brain. Work with me here. You know this. You know the answer. Just say the name. Oh, fuck me, multiple choice.
5. Okay. Multiple choice. Is it A, Frank Oz, B, Ivan Reitman, C, Harold Ramis, or D, Christopher Guest?
Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis is correct for 1 point. 1 point.
Okay.
Question 2. Who directed the films Abduction, Four Brothers, and Rosewood?
Sorry, you cut out for half of that.
Who directed the films Abduction, Four Brothers, and Rosewood?
Oh my god, this is happening again. Multiple choice, and as soon as you say it, I'll know it.
Is it A, F. Gary Gray,
Damn it.
B, Antoine Fuqua, C, Dominic Sena, or D, John Singleton?
Hate myself so much right now. F. Gary Gray.
That is actually incorrect. Eli, would you like to try to steal?
Oh shit.
Could you repeat the choices?
I can. It's A, F. Gary Gray, B, Antoine Fuqua, C, Dominic Sena, or D, John Singleton?
John Singleton?
That is correct for 1 point. The recently deceased John Singleton.
Rest in peace.
Would have thought that one.
Question 3 in director filmographies. Who directed films based on the video games House of the Dead, Alone in the Dark, and Far Cry?
Oh, it's one of my favorites. Uwe Boll.
Uwe Boll is correct for 2 points.
Just one of my favorite directors.
Wow.
He sounds so sincere when he says that, too.
That is so funny. I actually watched Alone in the Dark.
I'm sorry. All right. Question 4 in director filmographies. Who directed the classic films A Star is Born, My Fair Lady, and Adam's Rib?
Oh no. Oh no. Brain, don't do this to me. This whole entire round. Why are you doing this to me? Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, Vincent Minnelli, B, George Cukor, C, Robert Wise, or D, Walter Lang?
George Cukor.
That is correct for 1 point. And your last question in director filmographies. Who directed Matinee, Explorers, and The Burbs?
Joe Dante.
Joe Dante is correct for 2 points.
Wow. Whew.
Okay, so we have Chris talking to his brain the entire time and Eli rocking back and forth. I think we need a psychiatrist on site. All right, so at the end of that round, what do you have for the score now, Ryan?
Hope I don't fail again. Sorry. I have Chris with 15, Eli with 7.
That's what I have as well. Okay, so at the end of round 2, yes, we do have Chris leading 15 to Eli's 7, but with round 3, anything can happen in our pick your poison round. We are going to have our competitors choose which categories they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4-point questions, and then we'll get right back to you in just a moment. All right, welcome back. Our competitors have had a chance to choose their categories for round 3. Our person in the lead, Chris, is going to take action adventure for 1 point, musicals for 2 points, 2010 movies for 3 points, and movie release dates for his 4 points. Eli has chosen for his 1-pointer movie release dates for 2 points, 2010's movies, 3 action adventures, and for 4 points, musicals. All right, since Eli is trailing, we're going to start with him. Ryan, would you like to read Eli his 1-point question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First question in the category of movie release dates for your 1-pointer. Your question is thus. What year were The Matrix and The Sixth Sense released?
1999.
That is correct.
Okay. He's still trailing, so we're going to stick with Eli for 2 points.
Alrighty. Let's see. Where am I here? Here you are. All right. Your next question in the category of 2010s. This is your 2-pointer. Your question is, what Oscar winner plays Matthew McConaughey's ex-wife in The Lincoln Lawyer?
Sandra Bullock.
I am sorry, that is incorrect. We were looking for Marissa Tomei.
All right, so here's where we're at. The score is currently 15-8. In order to stay in the game, Eli does need to answer both of his remaining questions correctly. If he gets one wrong, the game is over. So let's go on to his 3-pointer, Ryan.
Yes, sir. All right. Here we go here. Your question in the category of action adventure. This is your 3-pointer. And your question is thus. In 2008's Wanted, what was the code name of Angelina Jolie's assassin character?
Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, brain. 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 Fox.
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear that. Can you say it again?
Fox.
That is correct.
Yes.
It was Fox. Mm-hmm.
All comes down to this.
Alrighty. Let's see. All right. This is your final question. This is your 4-point question. It's going to come in the category of musicals. This is your 4-pointer, and your question is thus. The songs Thank Heaven for Little Girls and Say a Prayer for Me Tonight are from which 50s musical?
Just a reminder, you do have 2 repeats left. Answer in 5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
Another one of his peach. Got one left. All right. Your question in the category of musicals. The songs Thank Heaven for Little Girls and Say a Prayer for Me Tonight are from which 50s musical?
An American in Paris.
And your winner. And moving on to round 2 of the movie Warzone singles tournament, it is Chris Skywalker Dohmen.
Eli McCaig, take care.
Chris,
Also,
confident as
wasn't it Hello Dolly?
I'm sorry, that is also incorrect. The correct answer we were looking for was Gigi.
Oh, Gigi.
Gigi.
Yeah.
Yes, Gigi.
Not the other one I was thinking of. But yes, the correct answer was Gigi on that one.
Yeah, Eli fighting all the way to the end. He managed to pull out that 3-pointer, but unfortunately the 4-pointer just eluded him. Still a valiant showing, but Chris will be the one moving on in the tournament. Ryan, why don't you go ahead and take us to our post-round interviews?
Alrighty. Going into our post-game interviews here, I'm going to start with the winner of this matchup, advancing on in the tournament here, making his debut in movie Warzone singles for this particular tournament. Chris Skywalker Dohmen, I gotta ask you, first of all, congratulations on your victory, and secondly, how did you feel about your performance tonight, and what are you looking forward to next in this tournament?
Okay, so I was pretty happy with myself in round 1, but man, I'm a little bummed about my round 2 performance because, like, yes, sure, I got 4 of them for the questions right. 2 of them were on the 2-pointers, but like I knew Harold Ramis and I knew John Singleton. I just couldn't remember it, and it's But look, Eli did his best with what was given to him. And look, I really hope nothing too harsh on the guy because he does fight well. He is a very good competitor all around. But this time the questions just went my way, and I know that next round is going to be a little more interesting of the tournament.
Absolutely it is. Well, we can once again, congratulations on your victory. Look forward to seeing what you do next in this tournament. Good job with your debut. We'll see what happens next for you. We're going to go over to our second place finisher tonight, because if there's anything, this competitor is no L7. No, he's not a loser whatsoever. He is a good competitor in his own right. Eli, I got to ask you, man, I know it was kind of a tough night for you here at the office, but how do you feel about your performance tonight, and what are you looking forward to next in movie Warzone once the tournaments have concluded?
It's like tears in the rain. I've become nothing. I have disappeared from this.
All right,
tournament.
Eli, just go have your sponge bath, and then just rest up. Tomorrow is a new day. Props to Chris. Chris played a hell of a match. Questions, I agree with him. Questions just were kind of in his wheelhouse a little bit more. I knew that we needed a half decent round 2 slice. The math was right, and there was a lot of favorable slices for Eli. We just happened to hit that 10% outer that sort of screwed us over. New British Empire is unfortunately 0-for-3 in this Warzone tournament. Looks like we need to get... Sorry, 1 second here. Sorry, phone call. I just got to take this thing. Hello? Yeah? So you have been thinking, all right. Well, yes, we do offer sandwiches. That is part of the program. Huh. All right. Sounds good. Talk to you tomorrow. Well, that has now changed. We have picked up a half-decent recruit in movie Warzone, which will be revealed at a later date. But yeah, the Empire will rise. That's all I'll say.
All right. Brooklyn Vail playing a little bit coy. I'm not being coy. Yes, you're being coy. You're being coy. But whatever, we can worry about that later. Eli, we wish you nothing but the best moving forward. Looking forward to seeing what you do when you come back once these tournaments have concluded. Wish you all the best. Once again, congratulations to Chris Dohmen. This was a heck of a match, Brian. I got to tell you something. You know, despite some of the questions, maybe the category's not going, one of the competitors' way. No matter how you want to slice it, dice it, and toss it somewhere else, because I just lost my reference there. But either way, this was fun to watch. This was a good match between both competitors. Looking forward to seeing what they do with their careers in movie Warzone moving forward. But thanks for having me, Brian. This was fun. I hope to come back and do this again.
Absolutely. Both these guys, they both did a great job. And we're going to see plenty more of them. Chris is going to move on to the tournament. Your next opponent is actually going to be Michael Campbell in round 2 of the tournament. So that's going to be a hell of a match right there. Eli is not in the tournament, but of course singles will continue long after this, and I know he's a strong competitor over in the Fandom League and all over the place as well, so we'll be seeing plenty more of Eli as well. But with that, that's the end of our match. So actually, let's go around and see where people can find us all on the web. Let's start with Eli. Where can people find you?
Twitter, Instagram, Mr. Eli Mac. Find me there.
They're going to find him in the loony bin. Okay. And Chris, where can people find you?
You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Letterboxd, and Discord at Skywalker Dohmen. You guys can follow Dedicated to Art on Twitter and Instagram at D2A Channel. Please like our Facebook page. And you can catch me every week hosting the Who Cares Anyway podcast. And since you mentioned Mr. Campbell, since I won't get to face your former teammate anytime soon, Michael, there's a lot of animosity from last year's now Full Metal Teams tournament that you owe me a match, sir. So don't let me down.
All right, and Ryan.
Wow, strong words from these competitors. My goodness gracious, are on different sides of the spectrum. But anyway, you can find me, Ryan Permison, all over the interwebs on Facebook at Ryan Permison _ Aspiring Movie Critic. I post my movie reviews there. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Also, check me out on Letterboxd / Ryan the Movie Buff. I have more than one hot take for you to take a look at when it comes to my favorite motion pictures of all time and my other lists that are there. And you can find me competing in the various movie trivia leagues, whether it be here in Multiplex Entertainment or in Full Metal Trivia. Thanks for having me. Look forward to coming back very, very soon. This was awesome.
And I will not waste your time. If you're looking for me, just come to Multiplex. You'll find me here at some point. So on behalf of everyone, myself, Brian Michaels, the quote Ryan Permison, the showman Eli McCaig, Skywalker Chris Dohmen, and sure, why not even Brooklyn over there, who's doing recruiting on on a phone call during our match. But hey, we'll wait and see what happens with that. From everyone here, goodbye. We'll see you next time.